Super Talk 99.7 WTN, Matt Murphy Show in progress. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We appreciate you. Obviously, it's been a busy day. We've had a lot of things going on. We started it off with Donald Trump speaking before law enforcement in Washington, D.C., had an update on the illegal alien Somalian guy. Texas redistricting going on, California's reaction to all of that. Yesterday was National Radio Day, and I missed it. It was National Radio Day, and I missed it. I feel like every day is National Radio Day. Today, a little bit of a Saturday amongst the Super Talk 99.7 WTN family. I don't pretend to understand the pain that some of you continue to go through over the loss of Phil Valentine. It was August 21st of 2021 that Nashville, Tennessee, and America and the world, and primarily Susan and the family, lost the great Uncle Phil Valentine. One of the people affected so much by this joins us on the hotline, and I am just so proud to hear his voice. His name is Johnny B, and he's on the phone with us. Yeah, I love hearing you, Johnny B. What's going on, brother?
I love hearing you, dude. You put me in a good mood every time.
Oh, man. I couldn't help but play some fun music. I know we're going to talk about sad things, but, man, oh, man. I behind the scenes, Johnny B and I have been texting. We've been talking. I know you got big things coming around the corner with a podcast that's coming up, but I've been meaning to tell you how much we love and appreciate you and how much the audience loves and appreciates you, and I thought it was a good opportunity to hear from you, man.
Well, I appreciate that. Man, I love you, and I love Ken Weaver. I love everybody up there at the WTN, and I especially love the audience. You talk about a great radio audience. In all my years of radio, I never had an audience like that. It just felt like friends and family, and, you know, they are a loyal bunch, and we are all very lucky to have an audience like that. And Phil Valentine knew that, too.
Well, not a lot of people closer in professional life to Phil than you. And I know it's a hard day. I can't imagine it, to lose someone that you worked so closely with in the fashion that you did. But just for those that miss him today, just talk about your friend and your colleague for a moment and what he meant to you and what he meant to the community.
Well, I tell you what, you couldn't meet a better individual than Phil Valentine. When I first met him, I didn't know I would want to work with him, actually. He could be quite intimidating at times because he was so good at what he did. But he became like a brother to me. I've never had a brother, but he was beyond being a friend. I mean, you could tell that he loved you if he did. And he would help you in many ways. And he did so much for Tennessee. I mean, that's why we don't have a state income tax. And he loved people. It didn't matter what side of the aisle you were on. If you treated him with respect and you treated him with kindness, he gave it right back to you tenfold. And in fact, there's somebody that works at the radio station that is on the other side of the aisle. I think he still works there with you guys. Not on TN, but one of the other sister stations.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me many times how Phil helped him with writing a script. He was writing a script for a screenplay, and Phil helped him with that and would always walk in and talk to him about, North Carolina basketball, which is big with anybody that, is a fan of Tar Heels.
Right.
And, he was just I don't know. I've never met anybody quite like him. It was fun to work with him. He and I, we got to where we knew what the other was thinking, and it was I'll never have a magic like that again. I did get to kind of enjoy that with Ken Weaver and Dan Mandis in the morning. We kind of had the same type of, of relationship. But Phil and I, that is a magical time that I'll never forget. And I'll tell you what, when I dream at night, he is always in my dreams. I mean, I dream about the guy often.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're doing the radio show all over again. And when I wake up, I have to take a little while to kind of remind myself that, it wasn't real because it feels so real. And that's, that's in a way a gift, but it also, especially when this day rolls around, to be quite honest, I kind of dread this day because it just reminds me of the heartache we all felt. I still remember Ken Weaver when we were discussing his passing on the air that day. How Ken Weaver broke down, it really got to me.
Yeah.
And he was a big friend of ours, and he was really captain of the ship. And I wish you could have had more time with him and got to be around him, because I think he would have really liked hanging out with you.
I believe that too. I had an opportunity just to meet him twice, both at company type, corporate type events, both in Washington D.C. as a matter of fact, and just such a gracious guy to be. He was the figure that when he walked in the room, everybody went, "Oh, there's Phil Valentine." You know what I mean? It's like you knew when there's Phil Valentine's here. Who gets to talk to Phil Valentine? He was just so personable, and you could walk up to him and one of those guys where you would talk to him for a little bit and you say, "Man, I'd love to be able to sit in his chair one of these days." And
oh, you're not kidding. And he was so good to people. The cleaning crew that came through WTN one year at Christmas, he gave them all a bonus.
Wow.
I mean, that's the kind of guy he was. He just loved people, and he, I don't know, he took good care of people, and if he believed in you, he would really get behind you and really try to help you. In fact, he, toward the end of his life, he was really wanting me to get into podcasting. He really talked to me about it, and he said, I'm going to start a podcast network, and he said, I want you to be on a podcast. He said, I want to help Pamela Furr. He said, I want to help so many people, and my son, of course. And I would urge everyone to really think about Susan, his wife, and the boys today, because I know they've gone through a very hard time, as we all have, but more so with them, because he was just ripped out of their lives. I mean, that was heartbreaking.
No question. No question.
And I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I want people, when they remember Phil Valentine, don't remember how he died. Remember how the man lived, because you talk about somebody that embraced life. I mean, I don't care where he was. He brought the room up. He was always up. In fact, I was so thankful that he and his wife, Susan, came down to our wedding with Glenna and myself in Alabama. He just brought that whole place up. He just always did that wherever he went. And he just had a goodness about him that I can't even describe. I mean, it really got, you talk about people that have, the sense of God around them. He really did.
Yeah.
And he really changed my life just working with him. And I'm very thankful for my time with him.
Well, I'm thankful you said what you said about, remembering how he lived and not the end of his life. I mean, there's so many people on the super text line. I can't tell you. I mean, they're talking about dancing in the booth, talking about Snowflake, talking about, just so many of these different things that you guys did together. People are in real time as you're talking, Johnny B. They're remembering all those great moments and memories and times that you guys spent together on the air and off the air. And that's what it's all about, right? Remembering the life lived. I mean, the old saying that it's the dash that matters. And it's true. I mean, it's 100% true.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And like I said, this guy really knew how to live life. I mean, he'd go to Europe, he would always tell me, Johnny, you need to go to Europe. You need to take a trip. And I said, I'm not making that Phil Valentine money, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, Phil, is that an offer? You're taking us to Europe. Thanks, Phil. Well, listen, before we go, on a happier note, brother, I'm excited. I know, and I've been trying to promote it too on my socials, that you've got, speaking of a podcast, you got a little something coming a little bit later on. You want to talk about that?
Oh, I'd love to. We're starting a podcast. It should be kicking off in September, the first week in September. It's called Circling the Drain. It's got me. It's got somebody that you all know, Mr. Jay. He's going to be with us.
Jay Harper, that's right.
Jay Harper is with us, and Jim McCarthy, who has put the whole thing together. And, man, we just have fun talking about music, talking about the entertainment world, and we'll have some great guests. In fact, one of our very first guests are going to be songwriter Gary Gentry, who's a real good friend of mine, and he's written The Ride by David Allan Coe and 1959 by John Anderson. He works a lot with Billy Sherrill, just a great country guy. We're going to have some big guests, too, later on. You don't want to miss it. And I do believe Trace Atkins will join us.
Oh, of course, so Trace Atkins will join us.
Yeah, I guarantee you, I can talk him into it.
Tell Trace that I said that you're a leader of men. All right.
Well, I think he says that about you. He's a big fan of your show, dude.
That's cool.
He tells me he listens to you.
I love the name of this podcast, Circling the Drain. I love it. I love it.
Well, I got that from Vanderbilt nurses. I heard them talking one time, and they kept saying, "Oh, they're circling the drain." I said, "What does that mean?" They said, "Oh, they're getting ready to check out."
Oh no.
Yeah, and I was trying to think of a name for this thing, and Glenna was watching this show. I think it was called The Resident, and of course I was having to watch it with her.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I heard one of the nurses on there say, "Oh, we're circling the drain." I went, "That's
Bingo.
the name.
I love it."
Yeah. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Well, listen,
and we got to have you on.
Well, I mean, I would be honored to be anywhere near the room while y'all are doing that, and we need to get you on more often. But Johnny B, in the 30 seconds I got left, I got to tell you this, brother. The reaction, people want me to tell you universally, and I can't name the numbers of people, hundreds and hundreds of people on the Super Text line, how much they love you, how much they appreciate you, how much they miss you, and how much they miss Uncle Phil. But, I mean, you particularly, we love you and we miss you, and we're going to have you on more often, man. We need to do that.
Well, God bless you. I'll come anytime you guys want me.
Y'all
and
have
tell everybody up there I love them.
Yeah, we will. And hug Glenna for us, and we'll see you. And tell her I'm done with her pickles, and I'm going to bring her big jar back, okay?
We'll get you some more, man. Right, I promise.
All right, brother. Take care, man.
Love you, brother.
All right, love you too. Thank you, Johnny B. I mean, that's Johnny B. I could think of no better way of honoring the late Uncle Phil Valentine on the anniversary of his passing than talking to Johnny B. We'll wrap things up in